Okay, we're gonna be watching Morelli, who's playing Soldier on New Queen Street. This is Platinum 2 on PC. I'm trying to push Diamond. I think my positional play is okay, and I do try and respect the junk here. However, I end up a bit too close sometimes, and I feel sometimes I just swap targets a lot and usually have a lot of trouble in getting value out of Soldier's ult, slash knowing the best places to use it, and end up holding it for a long time. This game at New Queen Street was mostly okay, I think, but I was wondering if there's any room for improvement. That's visible here. And then there's some comments, some timestamps here of stuff that they picked out that, where they could have been better. Okay, let's just watch it and see what happens.
Wow, let's go win this thing.
And going high ground here is correct. Definitely, I think Soldier's probably one of the strongest at holding this high ground with your heal station. You're also being mercy pocketed right now. I think going for Echo here is good. You see that she doesn't have a pocket. You don't know exactly what the supports are right now, but probably you have an opportunity to do damage, at least force her back. I think this is the right call. Aim's pretty good here too. Okay. I would say don't let the hog deter you too much. Okay, like, yeah, I know you saw the hog there, but your team is also engaged. So I see that you're already switching to go high ground. I think you should just keep playing right here. I don't think you should give this space up. And you see the hogs focusing on you, then just, jiggle peek or whatever. But I don't think it's the right call to go inside. This is like a really crucial period to keep applying pressure. If you, the actual best call is if you realize the Moira was behind you, behind like on the other side of the train, you would go here and do something about it. But, or Skyway, it's not really train, but I think that would actually be the top call, but I don't think you would recognize that from this position. I think I would keep staying over here to the left. I think going up top is going to waste valuable time. Yeah. Go back. Hog's low. I think it's the right call to shoot here. Yep. Right. I would just. So a note about heal station is you want to pop heal station, generally speaking, where you want to stay. Okay. Don't just get forced around a corner, pop heal station, get healed, and then come back. You want to pop heal station like here so that you can stay out here and keep fighting. All right. This is an unusual case scenario because the Echoes decided to go for your backline, but I'd say in general, based on how quick you are to drop the heal station, I don't think you're thinking about that enough. Aim is pretty good. Good. All right.
You're going home.
Cut down. I think there, when you see that junk gets that low, you just need to calm down a little bit, right? When the junk gets down to 2 boxes right here, you just need to slow your, like, you have 15 rounds left, right? This is an easy kill. Just relax and just tap him down slowly. Because your aim gets wild here when you need it the most.
Camo robot.
Right? You see how many shots you missed, like 80% of the shots there until finally he straightens out for you.
Patience and progress.
Alright, so good job on the first fight, right? I think that, good value there for sure. Now, you're pushing the second point. You really don't want to play this angle because they spawn and come down from here, right? They're going to come this way or they're going to come up through this way. Most commonly, they actually just come through here. You're strongest in mid-range. You don't really want to be fighting people coming out of spawn unless you can get a pick on like a backline spawner. Like the hog, no. But if Moira or somebody fades in, yeah, you can kill him for sure. So in general, I would already be thinking the best way to win this second point is actually to play from here. If you can control this angle, this whole area right here, it is excruciatingly difficult for the other team to deal with this. It is very, very hard, okay? The only exception being is if they're already brawly and they're committed here, then play stair. But I think by default, I would use this time to rotate this way, right, down and across and take over here. My own personal thoughts. I don't think you're going to do a lot here. You're going to get pushed up very quickly. All right, you force switch step very quickly. Good. You have an opportunity to kill more here. Nope, fades. Right? Once again, you pop heal station like too quickly. Your Ana's right next to you. You know your Ana's there because you saw her before you started shooting. Don't use heal station there. You have 14-second cooldown heal station now. Don't, yeah, exactly. Don't repeat. You know there's a hog, right? Until you know where the hog is, don't do anything crazy. Okay, cool. Well, we got the kill. Great. Casting here is an easy kill. Duck. You should for sure duck right now. Like when you're stuck, that's gonna do what 131 damage to you. You should cover just in case anybody hits you. Right? It's too greedy right now to peek. Just duck for a second, wait for explosion, let Ana heal you, then re-peek. All right. At higher levels, you'll for sure get punished for this. All right. If I see somebody stuck, all I need to do is do 70 damage to them, and I know they're dead. Okay. Good controlling, kind of the outside. I think you should tap a little more at distance. I think you're having trouble with holding it down. Oh man. right? So this is the greed. So you have 80 health here, right? You just walk straight into this because you eat the first one. As soon as you eat the first one, you're like, I'm one-shottable. Just play your life, right? Just play behind cart. You're fine. Like the Ana is here. All you do is stay alive here. This is super greedy to just try to peek here for no reason. The jump's not even low, right? Your team's not committed. There's no reason to be fighting that. That's a big mistake by you. I can check your notes. Oh, yeah. You said this exact same thing. Totally avoidable. All right, Hog's here. So the second you hear that Hog, this is a bad reaction to the Hog, okay? So you play up here, right? You res, you hear the Hog, and then you jump on top of the car here, making you hookable at any moment in time here, instead of just jiggle peeking behind the car, which is where you end up, right? That's a big mistake. You're very lucky that the Hog did not kill you there. I think that's a very easy hook for the Hog, right? Watch from his angle. You get right. You see you jump and you just run in a straight line to his left. That's an easy hook that he missed, right? He just didn't do it fast enough. You don't need to chase the right. Think about it, right? Like, this is not a winning fight for you. There's no need. There's no cover here. If you get hooked, it's over. You already have card control. You have lots of space. I don't think your Jungle Queen's going to run up here and try to fight 3v1, you know? Like, just trust your team to not do something silly. Just stay on card here, right? / get ready to position for the next fight. Because in the next fight, two things are going to happen, okay? Number one, they put a lot of pressure from high ground and they force your team to get picked or pushed back. Number two is that they push this off angle, all right? Looking at their team comp, I don't think that you have to worry too much about them pushing you from here, with the exception of high noon from Cassidy, which I would not expect him to have because it's relatively quickly and he's been dying nonstop. So I think you're actually better off rotating over here and coming out and playing this side because it's very hard for them to deal with you from high ground over here, right? And then you can just keep rotating, right? And then you can take this route and you can keep forcing them back and just be super annoying here, okay? That's how you create space. In this scenario, right, this is, you know, high plat. Though honestly, I feel like from what I've seen before, I feel like this is already like low diamond gameplay. I don't think it's like, unless you're making a lot of egregious errors, this feels like you're going to climb. I think you should think about space here, okay? It's very hard to get picks from this situation because they have such strong high ground control. Right? It's really hard to get picks here unless you're a one-shot hero like Hanzo, Widow, damage boosted Sojourn, etc. So you should think not can I get a kill here, but can I force them back so they don't stop the cart, right? Once the cart gets over to like here, that's when kills will happen again. But at least this stretch right here, it's very unlikely for the attacking team to get kills. Right? Fine, force it back. Again, the thing is the Queen's gonna see you also drifting here, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, I should push this." I would back off. I would be like, "I don't want to chase up this stair. It's just not the right call. Like, just move the cart here." Right? You see your Genji super low. Like, there's no reason to be doing this. Right? Jump's committed here. So, Visor. Let's talk about Visor. Okay? So, you pop Visor to kill people who are overextended, right? Who preferably have no way of getting away from you. And if you're nanoed or damage boosted, you can reduce the time they have to get away from you. Most typically, you use it either where if they used escapes, they would still die, or they don't have escapes. So for example, if Moira's standing right here and she has Fade, don't pop Visor here. But if she doesn't have Fade, then you can pop Visor. Okay? That's like the general way to think about it. It's like, have I actually tracked their abilities, and do I know for sure that they don't have any way to get away from this? Because the Hog is a terrible target to shoot with Visor, right? You really want to go at the squishies. You see the Moira there, right? On your left side of your screen. Right, she's walked up. I would assume she still has Fade right now because we have not seen her use it yet. Right? Yeah, she has it. So there's no reason to use Visor right now. Again, just put pressure, right? I would probably like helix the Moira here, right? That's really the key moment. Yeah, you're not shooting the Moira at all. Like, you see the Moira's going after your Genji. You see your Genji's low. This is your top target. Don't shoot the Hog. Right? That Moira is an easy kill right now. Right? You could have forced Fade right there and then pop Visor and kill it. You're holding Helix too long. Way too long. Right? First of all, you pop heal station. You don't really need it, but okay. Like, you shoot this junk. Right here, I would just Helix to the left. I don't think he's going to come back to the right. Right? Going to the right separates him further and further from his team. I would just Helix right here. It may not kill him, but it's going to injure him even more. Right? Again, you really should follow up with Helix. Like, I don't know why you haven't Helixed yet. This Junkrat is dead. Just splashing against the wall and he's dead for sure. Now you pop Visor, but A, the Hog is here, right? Unless you've seen Hook, then the Hog's going to have Hook ready. He does, right? Which is a huge danger for you when you're Visoring. A. B, the rest of the team is really far away. Just Visor doesn't necessarily remove damage fall off, right? So at this range, even with 100% accuracy, they're still not going to take that much damage. You're way too far away to pop Visor, Okay, and there's lots of cover. Like they can easily step in here, right? They can step here. They can step behind here. They can step here. There's like no way you're gonna get a lot of value of this other than killing the junk, who is not doing well. As expected, Hog goes after you, right? You kill him. Again, you see none of the backline died. You didn't need Visor here at all. Like Visor didn't change anything about this fight whatsoever. You should kill the Junkrat earlier, and then you should pressure the Hog out, and then you would win. The rest of the team was too far back. Right here, this is Visor. Right, you pop Visor, you mow both of these supports down, and then they end up in a continual stagger, and maybe you would just win the game straight up. Right, and the reason I say that to Visor there, right? So watch, right, fades in right now. Okay, I also assume Suzu's down because I can't believe this. Kiriko would not Suzu in that situation. She is absolutely crazy, but yeah, I mean right here you know the word doesn't fade, just track her down to Visor and you kill him for sure, easy. Right, see now both supports live. Because you don't have Visor. Genji's in. Again, you're getting super aggro, right? I can feel like the thirst here. This is what? 235, would you say? Oh, nope, nothing for this moment. I think you're playing way in front of the tank right now, and you know the Roadhog's respawning. There's no reason for you to be this aggressive. Like, it's not your job. It's not your job to do this. Okay? You should have died right there. That moment where he right-clicked you, he could have killed you, hooked you right when he right-clicked you. There. He could have hooked you. That is close enough for a hook. So, FYI, don't do this. Just don't tempt him. You know? Like, you can win this fight easily if you just don't. Okay, again, you're like not respecting this Hog at all. Okay, so he's coming out this window, right? Again, he's gonna one-shot anybody in your team. Why would you peek out wide here, right? Like, jiggle, get back to cart, anything that's not like, hey, let me just get blown up by this Hog right away. One thing that I think is really important from a climbing mentality is assume you are the most important person on your team. Okay? Never trade your life for one of their team. Because that's how you don't provide more value. Okay? You want to be better than everybody else in the game, which means you cannot die. This is a silly situation where the Hog should have killed you. Okay? Pop heal station, despite the fact that you're being pocketed, right? I think as a general rule, I'd say your heal stations are pretty much universally bad. Alright, now you're having a lot of trouble tracking. I think your aim was good up until right now. I think this is a fairly straightforward tracking if you want to get into diamond consistently. Like, you're missing every bullet here. Okay. Alright, so a lot goes wrong here. First of all, you try to jump up here clearly, but you need to step up onto the snow, I believe, and then jump up. A, or B, just do it from this section. I also don't know that so much that you actually want to be playing there, right? If you're playing right here, you don't have a lot of space to actually peek. I think you want to play further back and play car right now. Okay, so that would be my first note. I also actually don't know that you need to be retreating here anyway. It's still a 5-on-5 situation, so I think you should be aggressing, right? With your Genji blading, I think this is the right time. 3, 4. Where the heck is your 5th player? Where's the Ana? Oh, what the heck? Oh, okay, this is a very weird situation. Okay, so I think you don't want to actually be retreating here, right? You want to be playing like maybe this corner at the furthest. That's number 1. All right, you're missing valuable time right now that you could be damaging. Right, you see, you could have unloaded 2 clips in that period of time that it took you to run around and just like wiggle your mouse and do nothing. Okay, because coalescence happens, fine, right? You back. Hook is down right now. You can do whatever you want, right? I actually realize Hook is down. You can just stay right here and keep fighting. There's nothing here that can kill you. Unless you get the Roadhog gets an unbelievably lucky right-click headshot, there's nothing here that can kill you. You should keep fighting right now. This is a mistake to be backing off. Once you see Hawk is down, the Hook is down, punish the Hog. Right? You waste a ton of time here. So, you hear Tyre, it is your job to kill Tyre. You're one of the best heroes in the game at killing Tyre. You hear it coming from the right, which means it's coming from high, which means it's coming from like right here or right here. You have a helix, so a direct hit will kill it. Also, your shots do 19 damage a hit. It has 100 health, so 5 shots will leave it 5 damage short of dead if anybody else damages it, right? You 100% should be trying to kill the Tyre here. Right? You don't even try to right-click it. Yeah, see? Like, you easily could have killed this. This is a big mistake for you to not try to do anything right now. Questionable res. I think, yeah, I think what I call is the bail. Yeah. Alright, So overall things that I've seen so far, I would say one, I think your heal station usage is not good. I think you're getting a lot of healing and help from your supports, right? Your Mercy's pocketing you a lot of the time. You don't often need to pop heal station at all in these fights. One. Two is I think you're not getting enough DPS uptime, right? Again, like you have these times where you're just like kind of wandering around not doing anything, and I think that's a time where you can crank out. Like Soldier does like 170 damage a second, right? Without headshots, you know, like every second is another 170 damage that you can crank out, even if it's into the tank, right? Ideally into backline, but even if it's just a tank, just crank out the damage constantly to drain resources from the opposing team, and you can just get more efficient with that. And three, you're just not respecting the hog enough, and like you're very lucky he hasn't killed you, but I don't think that you deserve, honestly, to be alive. So this is the time where you pop heal station, right? You should have popped it as you were walking up here to be able to hold that high ground above you, right? Again, just pop heal station, and there's no way he can kill you. Oh my god. All right, so again, I know he's low, okay, but you don't have helix, and you've been stuck, so you're about to take 130 damage, right? Which is one body shot after you come down here. Okay, so and you come down, I'm pretty sure he hits this body shot, and then you die. Oh, maybe the junk hits you. I guess the Kiriko hits you. What the heck hits you here? Because the sticky alone won't kill you. I don't know, something hits you there to do the rest of the damage. Yeah, bronze bloodthirst was your comment. Yes, I agree. There's like you have such a strong position here. Okay, you didn't need to do that at all. Also, I think you ultimately, once you realized the junk rat was there, you should have rotated, play the long angle. Right? Gotta respect the junk. This is a big death. Yep, just pressure the Cassidy right now. Again, this is a situation where you can pop heal station, right? Right now, like your supports can't help you right now. Just pop heal station and duel this Cassidy. There's no way he wins this fight. There's zero chance that he wins this fight. Equal skill, there's not even a chance. Like I'd say this is a 90% plus fight win for you. Even if he gets healed by the Kiriko, I think you can put a lot of pressure on him right here. Okay, so you watch out for the junk. All right, junk's so super extended. So this is a great opportunity to think about visor. All right, because you can just jump down visor and just gun everybody down. The number one thing here is you have to track the Roadhog first. Right? If the Roadhog is not occupied, this visor is going to do nothing. Again, why do you stop peeking here? Right? You just saw the Junkrat die. Just go back out and peek. Right? Drop down. Do anything. Anything other than run to the left side. Right? They gotta pick. Stay aggressive. Right? You need to go wider. You need to go wider and you need to go faster. You're kind of like walking like but obviously the Hog's gonna be the first one you see. You don't want him. Just keep going wider. Keep going wider. Wide angle here. Okay, what is their team gonna do if you're playing right here? Nothing. There's nothing the team can do to kill you unless the Hog steps up to here. Then he can hook you. Okay, until he does that, you can do whatever you want. Like their team has no ability to pressure you out. Again, wide angle here. Okay, trying to pressure. That's a bad helix. First of all, it goes to light pole, but second, like you're not gonna get a kill anywhere. You save helix for a little longer. Like people are gonna get low here. I guarantee you, people are gonna get low. You're doing helix too early. Yeah, see it right now. This is an interesting counter. Okay, so he pops high noon. Right, so imagine if you held helix to right now, and then you helix. Okay, and if the Hog blocks it, take cover. If the Hog doesn't block it, you kill him. Okay, so visor is reasonable after he is fired. You pop it at the same moment, which leads me to believe that you were going to pop visor regardless. I do not think visor is a good counter to high noon. In fact, high noon is a good counter against visor because you can't peek while it's going on. You should swing left right now, away from the Hog. See, this is a mistake, right? Stop trying to shoot the tank with visor. You can see the Hog here on the right / hear him. Go left and go after the supports. This is a huge mistake. You're wasting like half your visor here, 3/4 of your visor. Right, very lucky to kill Cassidy there. All right, I get these purple, but yeah, I think that was a huge mistake. I think you could have killed the entire backline there instead of going for the Roadhog. I don't think the Roadhog should have died there. Again, another heal station for question mark reasons. Right, you're 188 with cover with your supports with you. I don't know why you're popping visor or popping heal station. think that was a reasonable helix. Okay, you try to kill Tire. See, imagine if you heal station right now. Right? Right now you want heal station because your supports are busy. Okay, you're nervous because you're down 2, which is fair. I don't think you can take this. Unless you get a pick here, I don't think you can take this. I don't peek the same door my Ana's at. You have to know they're going to shoot this door, right? Especially with the junk, they're going to shoot this door. There's no reason to peek this door. You just need spam. Okay, play the long angles. Again, other than high noon, there's nothing else the team can do to stop you if you play long angles. Like if you play this door, right? This door, right? There's nothing they can do to stop you at all. You must play these like longer sidelines. Okay. So Cassidy's a problem here. You can single-handedly force him out by just going to this door. Cassidy has no sustain. Okay, he has 1 mini. You play here, just keep pressuring, pressure, right? Helix his feet. Don't think about kills, right? Think about just pressuring him back to have to go all the way back here. That's basically like a 10-15 second stun if you just go to the right and force the Cassidy back. Because you don't want your team to be nervous about that. Again, you're frontlining right now, which is a mistake, right? You get forced back. I think if you bend here and force the Cassidy back, this whole situation is different. Because then the queen can freely walk in and not have to worry about anything else. Alright. So. What's this? 5:53? You don't know about this. Okay. So, again, the junk's been like messing you up all the time from windows, right? Either you're in the window or he's outside of the window. Either way, the windows are not good for you, right? He has high ground advantage. There's not a lot of cover. He can spam in, right, or spam out. He can one-shot you. There's no reason to be taking this fight. Once you're like, hey, you hear this? First of all, you don't need to kill a trap. It's not like anybody is diving up here to this window, A. B, just play back, right? Just play back over here. Play back over here, okay? Rotate over here. Anything other than stepping right under the window for him to one-shot you. Like that. You see how everybody else is cleared out? Because they did the smart thing. You're the only one who decided to challenge the junk outside of the window. I think this is Plat level player right here. Okay, again, long angles, right? You don't want to be playing the same spot as everybody else because the junk is constantly going to be spamming, okay? So you don't want to be playing right here. You could play right here, for example, right? You could play over here. You could go high ground, okay? You have a lot of options. Just don't play on top of your tank all the time. If you want to do this, I think you should play Cassidy, right? Instead of playing that junk idiot. There's no reason the junk should have died there, but we'll take it. All right, team skill wiping, just retreat. Again, another heal station for. I feel like your total health you've healed from heal station this game has to be under 200, and you use like, I don't know, 6 of them. So high noon's up. You should look for an opportunity to helix. You don't have helix, so just cover. There's nothing you can do. Great. So right click first, then start shooting. That way you make sure that the wrecked 120 damage lands, and then you only need to land 5 shots to kill him, not including headshots. Right? You did that. You shot first and then helixed, and as a result, you gave him a chance to live. Right? This is a rookie mistake. Yeah. So again, right? You start shooting, then you helix, right? Which gives him the opportunity to roll away. He's super low now. You run forwards, but remember, Cassidy can kill you very, very quickly, right? He can sticky you around a corner and one tap you. That is pretty much exactly what happens here. That is exactly what happens, right? You took damage and then you died. There's no reason for that to have happened. just sloppy, honestly. And also like the thirst, right? You're just chasing him down. He's low, but you heard the Kiriko swift step in, and you should have recognized that he'd be back to full.
I rubbed some dirt on it. Let's go.
Okay. Now things are starting to fall apart. So you come on spawn, you see the Moira, right? So you're not dodging because you're trying to get the kill on Moira, which I understand, right? You're like, hey, I can get this kill. But as soon as the Cassidy hits you, I would immediately start dodging. Right? I would immediately start dodging, put down heal station. Because now the priority is not to kill the Moira, it's to not die to the Cassidy. And you running a straight line is going to be an easy kill for the Cassidy. Okay, let's roll this back. 1, 2. He misses that one, extremely lucky. Right? Like, you're just running in a straight line. You're basically a bot. So yeah, no reason for this to have happened. Alright, you come back out again. Yeah, that's a good call. You don't want to jump to the one-shot you. He's been doing it all game long. Again. Oh my god! Oh, you missed the right click. You're very lucky to still get the kill. Alright, they force back, get the cart moving.
No one can hide from my
Alright,
sight.
you have hacks, which is good, allows you to be aggressive. Don't shoot this, because you're tipping them off that you're there. Because they don't know exactly where you're at, they're just hiding right now. As soon as you start shooting, they know that you have an angle to shoot there. Right, you get another shot that goes, helix that goes through the wall. You're frontlining a little. Right, you see those damage you start taking? That's silly. Don't play closer, right? Do not play closer to the Orisa. The Orisa will kill you so fast. Do not play closer to the Orisa. You must respect the Orisa. Okay, again, you walk like in the road in front of the whole team, expecting not to die there. You should 100% be dead. Right? All you have to do is just stay back. Okay, just let the fight develop. You're rushing. There's like so much impatience here. Just chill a little bit. Again, they're fighting. Like, you recognize that the whole team is here. This is gonna be a fight. This is not gonna be like we're gonna run it down and kill them. Go high ground right now. Right? You're not gonna do anything here. Right? See, you shoot the Orisa who's spinning a bunch. You get stunned. You should honestly be dead right now. You're very lucky. I think at higher levels you'd just be dead. You miss. Okay, you know Kiriko doesn't have Suzu or Swift Step. I think you just saw her use both. Yeah. So you should be thinking the visor. Right? That's fine. Kill Soldier. Right. So quick tip: you can use heal station before you pop ulti, and it's instant because the visor animation will cancel the cooldown from heal station. So before you pop visor, pop heal station, then visor right away, and then you wouldn't have died to this coalescence damage. Pop heal station earlier.
We're gonna lose the lead. Step
Alright,
up.
easy kill now.
Enemy on the move.
I would chase her and kill her. There's no way that she should die there. Again, you should right click first before left clicking when people are not aware of you or unable to do anything about it. I don't know what this plan is. I think your goal here is to stall the cart. But first of all, you had time there. A. B. Stalling the cart against an Orisa when you have no health is not a good idea. For exactly this reason. It is very easy for the Orisa to kill you. This is many misplays at once. You're so lucky that you got 2 kills with that. You honestly shouldn't have gotten 1. Yeah, just easy kill for the Orisa. You're just probably like, what the heck are you doing? Alright, once again, running in way too aggressively, and you just get popped 1, 2, easy. Okay, again, I want to play it from the Cassie side to see. You know, it's like, what are you doing here? What is your plan? Why are you just running it down in the middle? Being like, oh, like, let's say you're trying to hurry up and get here, so what, you can fight the Orisa at long range? Like, what's your plan? Just go high ground, right? Take the windows. This is a lot. Oh, I'm going to go back because you commented 721. I don't know how. How what? You guys there? Oh, this one. Yeah. No, okay, actually. I have no idea what you're referring to at 721.
No one can hide.
Anyway. So at this point, you are like for sure negative value. I think you're doing fine early on. Now it makes way more sense why you're still flat. Like you're making a ton of mistakes now. This is like so impatient. Right? Playing in the open, right? No cover, challenging a Cassidy here makes no sense. At that distance, he 3-shots you, right? Or 2 if you hit in the head, which is exactly what happens. Alright, so now your team's getting walked over. Once again, you're just trying to run it down main. Like every life, you're just like, hey, look, I'm going to run out here and hope nobody hits me. There's like no respect for the opposing team to be able to kill you whatsoever. Alright, Junkrat shoots at you. Alright, you finally decide to start playing cover. Again, you cross the open. These open crosses, you probably haven't gotten punished nearly enough for this, but this is going to be a huge problem when you get to Diamond. Like, you cannot cross this without dying in Diamond. You'll be either dead or nearly dead, unless someone is pocketing you. This is a very long stretch of time. This is like 2.5 seconds of time where you cross from here to here, where if they have like hit scan heroes, they will just light you up every single time you do this. Got fuel station here, which I think is fine. right? That helix is bad. There's nothing to splash it against if you're fighting against a tank. Again, imagine if you had helix right now and you could kill this Moira. Okay, now your aim is getting real bad. You missed probably 90% of that. Go help this fight first. Make sure this hero dies. Somebody's clearly gone in to commit your supports. Make sure that support dies. Okay, now you're here. You're shooting at the fortified Orisa, all right, who is full health and being pocketed while rush is going on. Your number one goal here is to not die to rush, because rush is gonna make them fast. It's gonna make them fast, and it's gonna make them attack faster. The Orisa is going to try to hunt you down and kill you here if you're out of position. So you should honestly just rotate the high ground and just play back here for now, right? That, I think, is the safest option. Okay, as expected, the Orisa trying to hunt you down. You pop heal station. You should be dead right now. The Orisa should have killed you. If I was the Orisa situation, I would just kill you. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Like, it doesn't matter if you had an aimbot at that situation. There's nothing you can do to stop me at that range if I have javelin or spin. Or both, or I could just gun you down. I don't think you could survive in that situation. Helix him. Oh my god, you never have helix when you need it. Right, kills your Ana. Right, pretty good aim there. Right. Stop shooting the spinning Orisa. Okay, so one thing to recognize is that this fight is won. Okay, so when the Orisa starts coming in like this, right, she spins in. So you start backing up this way. So what you actually should have done is you should have gone to the right, depending on the angle she takes. When she did this, I would have run to the right. Why? I know this fight's over. You just saw that your team killed like 3 people or whatever, right? This is now a 3-on-2. So this fight is over. Over. All you have to do is make sure the Orisa dies as soon as possible. If you back up, that's going to slow you down. If you go forwards here, just hurry up, kill the Orisa, or go and kill the Kiriko. Right? Backing up here slows this fight down and gives them more time on the clock. Right, again, Orisa should be dead by now. Instead, it takes you too long and your Rhine ends up dying. Right? Is it a mistake your Rhine died? Yeah, it's your Rhine's mistake to die, but you could have killed him much faster. Okay, good tracking. Now you gotta move the cart. Yeah, now you're in overtime the whole way. This is bad. Because ultimately, you have to leave this cart. Like, letting your Rhine there... Yeah, that little thing about going backwards instead of forwards would have helped you kill the Orisa faster, right? Which means your Rhine would be alive, which means your Rhine could stay on cart, which allows you to leave. The fact that you no longer have a tank to play cart means that you're super screwed right now. Because if the Orisa walks into you, there's nothing you can do. Right? See? You could have died easily there. Again... You should think, I don't need to care about the Orisa. I need to make sure the rest of the team dies here. Okay? So I think this would be a reasonable time to have already started, once your Rhine got the card, to start rotating to the right? Or potentially take high ground and make sure you have good visibility. Because you want to make sure you can visor past the Orisa and that she cannot stop. Because when you pop visor, the Orisa is going to try to spin / javelin you. Okay. So I don't think this is a good visor opportunity. Right? What are you visoring here? These 2 people in the window who are going to duck right away? Right? You don't need visor to kill the Orisa. I assume you can hit like 100% of your shots in the Orisa. You don't need visor for that. This is a huge wasted visor. This might cost you the game.
We've almost taken the lead.
Okay, so again, if you have the opportunity, right, start rotating, figure out what's going on, scout, rotate through here, play this angle. Like, it's really hard for them to deal with this angle. Like, I don't think you abuse flanking and your solo, like, sustainability as soldier nearly as much as you should. Right? Stop playing on... If you want to do this style where you stay on cart, and that way you don't think about positioning as much, play Cassidy. He's much, much better at doing this, right? Because he does a ton of damage up close, right? Nobody wants to get close to a Cassidy. Everyone's fine getting up close to a soldier, right? No one's afraid of fighting a soldier at close range. So, you know, it's just... I don't think your style takes advantage enough. That's a bad helix. I think you must know, right? Like, just think about how far away that Cassidy is. Your helix wasn't even on target to hit him. Like, without dodging, the helix wasn't even on target. And now you're about to fight a close range fight and you don't have helix. This is a big mistake. Right? Bastion peaks right now. Imagine you had helix. Okay? You could immediately shred a third of his health. But you don't helix. Again, like, very silly. You go up a little bit. Right? Imagine if you had visor right now, you can walk to the left or right on visor. Oh, man, you guys might win this, but it's not because of you. There's a big shatter by your Rhine. Oh man, you're actually gonna win this. You do not deserve to win this game. Yeah, for sure. You got really lucky here. Okay, so general tips. One, I think heal station's no good. Actually, let me cover aim. I think your aim is fine. I think your aim is good enough to get you into diamond. I don't think that your aim is good enough to be the reason you get to diamond. To be clear, I think other people have significantly better aim than you, even in upper plat, lower diamond. Not I would say a lot of people, but there are plenty of folks at your level with better aim than you. Certainly, especially in like tight situations where I think you have the most, like the more pressure it's on, like your aim drops dramatically worse when in like close range. Like for example, you're fighting a Moira in coalescence, and people will abuse that. Like when they realize that they can bully you because you can't aim at close range, Moiras will like hunt you down. Moiras, Lucios, even Briggs, etc. will like mess you up at close range because they recognize that you can't hit them. So aim is good enough, I would say. Not a strength, not a weakness, good enough. One. Two, heal stations, pretty much universally bad. I would say you almost never heal station at a time where I would heal station. For Helix Rocket, it's okay. I think you're too greedy with it and you don't recognize when the fight is about to get intense, and you really should have Helix. And I think you whiff a bunch of them. So I would say probably actually worse than okay. I would say probably below average compared to where I would expect for the level you're at and the level you're trying to get to. Your overall positioning, I think, is quite poor. I think the beginning it was fine. But I think as the game goes on, you start very much like tunnel visioning and just running straight to the fight as soon as possible. Okay? You don't play long angles, you don't play cover, you don't respect enemy abilities. Like very clearly, right? It's not just the hog. It's not just the hog, right? It's the hog, it's the Cassidy, right? It's even like Moira coalescence, you know, Orisa being able to kill you at close range. There's like all the things like you just don't respect. You just don't care. You're like, whatever. They're all just bots. I'll just shoot them. And it doesn't work out the way you expect, and then you die. Yeah, getting caught in the open a ton, right, and just getting absolutely wrecked by the Cassidy. I think the Cassidy provided more value than you did. Yeah, I think that overall, I think the positioning was really, really rough. And then talking about visor, I would say your visors are also okay. I don't think you have a good read as to whether or not you're going to be able to get the visor off. It doesn't appear that you're tracking enemy cooldowns. Like I don't see you see, oh, the Moira faded, I'm going to pop visor now. Right? I think you just kind of pop visor when it looks like you should pop visor, but those aren't even good looks for the reasons that I covered. Okay, long list of stuff. Hopefully that's helpful.